So I'm here today with Tiffany Biswanger from the Wellness Company. Welcome, Tiffany.
Thank you for having me.
Great to have you. You know, I'm always so impressed by the products that you guys offer and the services that you have that I wanted you to share this with the audience because I think people can really benefit from what it is that you offer.
Absolutely.
So if you can, tell me a little bit about the Wellness Company and how you got started with them.
Well, the Wellness Company is very simple. It's a different store to switch where you're buying things that you already buy. So it's not reinventing the wheel.
Okay.
It's something to offer people that will save them time, save them money, and get safer ingredients in their homes for products that they're already using every day and monthly.
So when you say safer products and ingredients, are we talking cleaning products, food? Because I'm really attracted to the cleaning products. They're just naturally naturally put together and very safe?
It's a wide range. I think that's why it makes sense because it's an entire store. You've got everything from cleaning and laundry to personal care for men, women, children, and babies, to supplements, to a medicine cabinet aisle, to sports nutrition, to home fragrance, essential oils. So it makes it so much easier when people can have a one-stop shop to get things that they need and not the whole saving time because it comes quick, but the biggest saving time is that you're not running to 3 different stores to try to achieve what you're looking for.
Okay. So I know, like, my wife always goes to Target. That's one of her favorite stores, right? And it's not just once a week.
Yeah.
It's like 3 times a week, you know? But then she's also going to the food store and different things and ordering from Amazon. So this is kind of like giving you that one-stop shop.
It is.
All those things from one
And
place.
as women, we're very visually driven, right? So when we go into these stores, we may go in with a list of 5 things. And you'll walk out with 20 things. That's why they call Costco like the $1,000 store.
Exactly.
At least that's what we used to always call it because you couldn't get out for under that. You may have had your list, but then you're like, ooh, sparkly.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about it because it saves time because you're not distracted. It's very intentional shopping. And it's just saying, oh, okay, I use X, Y, and Z, laundry detergent, toothpaste, shampoo, and my multivitamin. And you can, it's not things that are jumping at you that are sparkly that you're like, okay, I'm buying things that I don't need. So it saves you money in that way as well, not to mention the fact that the products are less expensive than national brands.
So then I have a few questions for you.
Yeah.
So which of the products would you say is like the #1 seller? What do you think most people are attracted to?
Probably 2 things off the top of my head. One is our Peak Performance supplement pack, and the other one is the Renew Lotion.
Okay.
That product alone could be a standalone product for the
Renew
company.
Lotion? I love that one.
Yeah.
That's one that genuinely heals your hands.
Yes.
And I used to live in the Northeast. So in the wintertime, my hands would crack, my knuckles would be bleeding.
Yep.
And I would put that on, and it would give me this coat, like an extra coat of skin, to the point where it would allow my hands to heal.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Well, I have eczema, and I used to suffer really bad from eczema. And it definitely is a very healing lotion. It's not just slapping on some moisturizer, it's healing as well.
Okay. Wow.
So.
Yeah. And then you said the Peak Performance. So what is it about the Peak Performance you think people are attracted to?
Well, it's a very unregulated market, supplements. And I usually try to tell people, do your research, because if you're just buying stuff off of Amazon, they relabel and you don't know what it is and where it's coming from.
Okay.
And not to mention, your body, it needs to be bioavailable. So if your body sees something and it's a foreign object, it will flush it out.
Interesting.
So 90%, if not more, that's on the market is not bioavailable, and you're wasting money with fillers. There's lots of fillers. It's so unregulated, so they can put anything they want in it. And here we're third-party tested, which is huge. Not a lot of companies can say they're third-party tested, but we also have 4 different clinical studies.
Okay.
So that actually there's proof in the pudding.
That's great.
That help with 25 key health markers, which is huge.
Sure.
And the fact that when you take their supplements, you have 90 days with no need to prove with anything, send any empty bottles back. If you were to say, go to your doctor and they're like, you need to work on this and this, your blood sugar, your cholesterol, If you don't see a significant difference, no questions asked, they give you your money back. 90 days of using it.
So it's a 100% satisfaction
100%
guarantee.
satisfaction guarantee.
That's nice.
They stand behind it because they know the results that are driven by it. I just yesterday had a conversation with a good friend. Her husband went and got his numbers done, very overweight. His A1C was 8.6, which is super high. Anything over 5.7, I believe, is considered diabetic.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So he has been taking it for 3 months. He's also made some changes too, but it takes a lot to move that needle. The A1C number doesn't shift easy.
Thing.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's a long-term pattern.
I would imagine that's a body composition type
he
thing. Yeah.
has been taking Peak Performance, and he's changed eating and exercising. I wouldn't say perfect, but his A1C is down to a 5.2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean,
So
there's
now
proof
he's
in the pudding.
Pre-diabetic, I guess, is what they would call that?
Yeah, and he was full-blown diabetic 3 months ago.
That's much better than just having to take medication.
That's huge, yeah. And medications, what happens is when you take medications, your body then becomes reliant on those medications, and you're going to be stuck in that realm.
So I know, just because I purchase things from the wellness company. You know, I love the products. I love everything that they have. But for the audience here, I know there's a difference in the ingredients, right? Specifically in just they're clean. You know, you're not worried about all these fillers. You kind of got to that with the Peak Performance thing. How does it compare, I guess, to what the FDA would regulate, or, you know, like overseas, you know, in Europe they have different things. Like, so tell me a little bit about the ingredients and how they put all this together, where it's safe and just better.
So there's a lot of ingredients that we do not put in our products. So when you look at European standards in Europe has like I want to say it's 1,700 different ingredients that are not allowed in any of their products. Synthetic dyes, synthetic fragrances, lots of things. And we follow, when it comes to like skincare, hair care, and makeup, we follow European standards, which is pretty unusual for a US-based company.
Sure. Wow.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you guys sell that you would not be able to sell in Europe, or is everything pretty much available in Europe too?
Well, it is, because we actually sell our products to Europe.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So we have distribution centers and sell and move product to Europe.
So you don't have to go to Europe to get good stuff.
No,
can
you
just get it right
don't,
from
which
you.
is amazing, because that says a lot. If Europe's allowing it to be sold in their country, they have very strict standards.
Yeah.
So, and another thing that stands out to me hugely is that we do not have safety caps on our products. So that's huge, and we've never had a claim of injuring anyone.
Interesting.
So
And
when
yet
you don't
all
have,
of the products work really well.
they work amazing. So that's been a problem for me over the years. I have a daughter with special needs, and quality and ingredients are hugely impactful for her health.
Sure.
And I just lost track of thought. What were we saying?
They're just like what's in them.
When you don't have a safety cap on something, that means if you were to call poison control and you said my child ingested laundry detergent, they would ask you what product they ingested, and when they mention the wellness company, they'll say, okay, they'll be fine. They don't need to go to a hospital. You're not going to have to worry about chemical burns, cleaning laundry, any of that stuff.
Yeah. So is there a specific ingredient in the cleaning products that makes it more safe? I know it's more of like a natural ingredient.
So they don't use synthetic dyes or fragrances.
Okay.
It's essential oil based and enzyme based. So they use natural enzymes is what they use to break down odors and stains.
Yeah. Wow, that's cool.
And essential oils, because essential oils are something that's been used for centuries. In natural cleaning, health, all that.
So we're in the Phoenix metro, and even within the desert, there are certain plants you can use for disinfectants that you don't have to go to the store and buy stuff. But
absolutely.
Nobody's going out into their yard and cutting off branches and making their own disinfectant.
No.
But yeah, there's a lot of things you can get from nature.
Yes,
which can help us with that.
And why not utilize it? Why are we looking at synthetic things that are man-made that can cause more problems? We just want to solve a problem, right? We don't want to create more problems due to using something.
Yeah, sure.
And I love that you bring that up, because we have the first ever plant-based disinfectant. So you can avoid Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And you can avoid Clorox and Fabuloso and things that really cause a lot of lung issues and other issues.
So it's
on
funny
top of
that you bring that up, because I do love that product, right? And, you know, when you're a household and you have a husband and a wife, and, you know, I know from my own experience.
Pets, babies crawling on the floor.
Pets.
Yeah.
No, but from a ideological perspective, right? It's almost like, you know, when you introduce or try to ask somebody like, hey, I found this new disinfectant, you know,
Yeah.
my wife would be like, what's that?
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like you're trying to change somebody's religion, you know, but what would you recommend to somebody in trying something new? I know there's a, you know, clearly a money back guarantee. if you
Yep.
don't
We
like
have
the
a 90-day
products,
money back guarantee with anything for any reason.
but- Okay.
Yeah.
So if they don't like it, they
There's
don't have to use
there's
it.
no loss.
Sure.
I tell people, try it. If you don't like it, if it's not a good fit for you,
Yeah.
that's okay too.
Yeah, because you're
But
probably
you
not
don't
going to like
know.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't know what you don't know.
Sure.
And if you can save money and get something that's safer, why not give it a try?
Yeah.
Right?
So now if somebody wanted to be able to have access to these products, I know
Mm-hmm.
you can buy them on Amazon, but it's like 3 times the price. It would
3
be
times
crazy
the
to do
price,
that.
plus you can't guarantee what's going on. Because
Right,
with
they're
Amazon,
relabeling.
people relabel, people
Yeah.
fill with whatever they want to fill with.
Interesting.
You don't know if it's expired. There's a lot of tinkering and altering that can be done, which is
Okay.
not transparent, but it happens
Sure.
all the time.
Yeah.
And
So-
it is triple the cost. Like someone told me they bought Renew lotion, and I want to say they spent $50-$60 on a bottle of Renew lotion, and my jaw hit the floor.
Yeah. Well, it is that good.
Yeah.
You know, but
But it's not.
but to buy it through you,
Yes.
you know, you could actually,
Yes.
you're able to put somebody on this plan. And I know tell me about like whether it's membership fees or what that
It
looks
is a
like.
membership like Costco or Sam's Club,
Okay.
although ours is only $19 for the year, so it's
Okay.
amazing. And you just shop for what you need monthly. And
Okay.
if there's a month you don't need anything, then you can put your account on pause. If you try it and don't like it, you can cancel. I've had a lot of subscription memberships over the years,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a lot of them on there that you can't get a live human being. You are trapped.
Sure.
It's really hard to cancel, suspend, do anything.
Well, anybody
Or-
would have you.
Yes, they have me,
Right.
and we're in the U.S. So when you call the company, they answer within two rings.
Oh, okay.
They are it's their commission based in the customer service part of it, because they really want to make sure that the customers are getting the highest quality customer service.
Okay.
Yeah, they want the customers to be satisfied,
Yeah.
and I think that's kind of a lost art nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of companies fail in the customer service side. So
I
I
agree.
love that they over excel
Well,
in
they
that
outsource
department.
all that. So the beauty and just my experience with this company is that
Yeah.
everything is really kind of done internally.
Yep,
and-
they do everything themselves, so they don't have to worry about things falling through the cracks.
Sure. So I'll ask you just one last question,
Yeah.
I guess, then. Like, what would you want to leave people with in terms of the wellness company and
Yeah.
what they should know about this? And then, of course, you know, for her information, just look in the description.
Yeah.
And we'll have your cell number.
I would just tell people not to overthink it. We all shop monthly. We're all tied to it. We're unfortunately forced to, because we have to shower, we have to do laundry, we have to brush our teeth. You don't necessarily have to take supplements, but you are eating food. And if you can find a better way that solves problems, why not see if maybe it could be an addition or a help for your family?
Sure.
If it can relieve some stress because you're busy and you're running around trying to run a business and manage children, and
Absolutely.
there's things out there to make it easier, and I find that this company has made it much easier for our family. And we're a busy family. We're a family of 5, one with special needs, one in high-level sports. The other one is a techie kid,
Okay.
but we're busy. We're a really busy family, and
Sure.
it really simplifies.
And
And I think nowadays people need simplification. People need things easier, and the economy is so expensive that we
Right.
need to be able to save money, because we can't. So many people are struggling just to keep the lights on.
that's
right?
a big one. You know,
Yeah.
what I love is like you order the bottle and you're
Yeah.
not wasting plastic.
No.
So it's actually eco-friendly.
Yeah, they're
you know.
very eco-friendly,
But it's also because you're not paying for all that packaging.
and you're not paying
You're
for
s-
water.
Right. You're saving
Yeah.
the money because you're diluting it yourself. And
Yes.
yeah, I love the products. But when you talk about affordability,
Yeah,
I think that's a huge thing. I mean, if it was just affordable and I didn't like the products,
Yeah.
it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Right?
and that's why I haven't used cleaner companies in the past, because they either were not affordable or they didn't work.
Right.
And this kind of hits all the marks.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time today, Tiffany.
Nice to talk to you.
And her information will be in the description below. Have a wonderful day.